In this crash course video, we're going to be talking about Things Fall Apart. In Things Fall Apart, there are many main characters, but there are certain ones who play bigger roles. The main character is Okonkwo. Other less main characters are Nzima, who is Okonkwo's oldest daughter, and Nzima is Okonkwo's favorite child. Ikemfuna is a 15-year-old boy that is from a clan next to Okonkwo, and Ikemfuna ends up later in the novel getting really close with Okonkwo, but we'll talk more about that later. Nwoi is Okonkwo's eldest son, who he does not like because he tends to be feminine and shy and too kind to people, which reminds him of his father, who he does not like at all. The characters in this novel are a big part because they bring out Okonkwo, and without them, most of what happens to Okonkwo in Things Falling Apart for him would not happen. Now, let's talk about the plot. The plot in Things Fall Apart is very interesting, and I guess that's why so many people love this book and keep reading it. Okonkwo is a wealthy warrior of the Umofia clan, a lower Nigerian tribe. He is haunted by the actions of Unoka, his cowardly father, who left many village debts unsettled. In response, Okonkwo became a clan leader, warrior, farmer, and family provider. He has a 12-year-old son named Nwoi, whom he finds lazy. Okonkwo worries that Nwoi will end up a failure like Unoka, his father. Later in the book, Okonkwo takes charge of a boy, Ikemfuna, and finds that he could be the ideal son he would look for. Nwoi likewise forms a strong attachment to the newcomer. Despite his fondness for Ikemfuna and despite the fact that the boy begins to call him father, Okonkwo does not let himself show any affection for him. Okonkwo hardly shows any affection towards anyone, so he can make sure he will never be like his lame father. Ikemfuna stays with Okonkwo's family for 3 years. Nwoi looks up to him as an older brother, and Okonkwo likes this because he wants Nwoi to have a more masculine attitude compared to the feminine attitude like his father. Further in the novel, a respected village elder informs Okonkwo in private that the tribe has said that Ikemfuna must be killed. The villager tells Okonkwo that because Ikemfuna calls him father, and Okonkwo should not take any part in the boy's death. Okonkwo feels that if he does not act as tough and as brutal as he can, he may turn out like his father. Due to Okonkwo's fear of being like his father and his ruthless attitude and mindset, once he hears that Ikemfuna must be killed, he goes straight to Ikemfuna himself and strikes him down and kills him. Okonkwo sinks into a deep depression after this. He is neither able to sleep or eat. Later it is found that a leader in the tribe has died. While attending the funeral to this leader, Okonkwo's gun that he carries with him all the time misfires and ends up killing the son of the man whose funeral they're at. The son was a clansman, and because killing a clansman is a crime against the earth's goddess, Okonkwo must take his family into exile for 7 years in order to atone. Okonkwo leaves to another village and tries to go on with his life. After the 7 years of being exiled, Okonkwo returns. When he returns, there is a lot of commotion, and Okonkwo ends up killing more family members and more loved ones. This puts Okonkwo deeper into depression. One day, a group of men from the tribe find out that Okonkwo had hung himself. At this point, you can guess everything had fell apart for Okonkwo. Hence the name of the book. Talk about themes now. There are many themes in Things Fall Apart, such as conflict in tradition, cultural disparities, but the main theme is the fluctuating view on masculinity. If you think of it nowadays, you think, oh, he can grow a full beard, he's masculine. Oh, he can bench 400 pounds, he's masculine. Well, Okonkwo sees the word masculinity in a very certain way. He takes things way too far, turns it into a gruesome lifestyle. He kills loved ones, he kills family. And well, if you ask me, that's not a very good way to live out this thing. Now let's talk about symbols. There are many symbols in this novel. The first symbol is fire, which represents Okonkwo's rage and combustible nature. Okonkwo's nickname is Roaring Flame, which refers to these defining traits. Okonkwo acts out the symbol fire in many ways. Okonkwo's rage is never far from the surface. As Okonkwo reflects on the loss of Nuoi in chapter 24, he acknowledges that even the most powerful fire produces cold, useless ash. In this statement, Okonkwo refers to himself as fire, both strong and fierce, while he sees Nuoi as ash, weak and lazy. At the end of the novel, Okonkwo reacts to his rage and kills the court messenger, leading to his downfall. One of the symbols in this novel is surprising, and that symbol is yams. Yams are grown by tribal men and symbolize masculinity, wealth, and respect. Okonkwo begins to increase his stature in the clan after he borrows and plants yam seeds in chapter 3. Growing yams is thought of as a man's job because it is challenging. This is noted in chapter 4. A clansman who succeeds at growing yams proves his masculinity and earns the respect of those around him. Thank you for watching this crash course video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned a lot about Okonkwo and how things really just fell apart.